Hi crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY and on today's video we are finally going to get around to doing these stuffed bunnies. I have lots of ideas to share with you. It's going to be super fun. This is just it's an easy, super affordable craft that you can probably make with whatever you have on hand. And I know Easter's a ways down the road, but these bunnies are pretty darn cute. So as you're hopping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to sprinkle all that good stuff. Okie dokie, let's hop right in. Okay, so one of my non-sleeping nights last week or the week before, sometime in the recent past, I stumbled on all these cute bunnies, stuffed bunnies that were put in dough bowls and things like that. And the one that I liked the best and the one that you guys liked the best was the one, well, the set of them that were made from this blue and cream ticking fabric and cream colored canvas. So I had some of the cream canvas and I knew for sure that Walmart had the blue ticking in their fabric department because I had just been there a week or two ago to buy the red and cream ticking to make that awesome Valentine's Day banner that we made and gave away. So I hopped over to Walmart, picked up some of this blue ticking. It was around $6 a yard. I got 2 yards of it, so I'll be doing lots of crafts this summer with this as well. 4th of July, Memorial Day, and just blue kind of summer theme. And I also purchased a new bag of fiber fill from Walmart. And I think that was, oh, and I finally got around to getting a new pair of pinking shears because mine have disappeared. Okay, so the first thing I did to make our little bunny here was I looked on the internet, and you can find patterns for bunnies. Then you can print them if you have a printer at home or go to a printing place. Then you can size them up or size them down, whatever you would like. And this is what I ended up with. 2 bunnies. I'm kind of thinking we might do a third thing that's an Easter egg. Maybe we'll do that today. I don't know. We'll see how far we get. Okay, so I just laid it. I took one piece of the ticking fabric, the back of it. This is the front, okay? And one piece of the canvas. And I laid my bunny pattern on top of it. And I just, when I pinned the 2 pieces of fabric together. And then I just traced my little bunny pattern that I made myself just from outline of a bunny from the internet. Nothing special. You could even hand draw this. This is super easy. I used a pin and we have this. Okay, so this one right here I did using my pinking shears. Isn't that cute? It kind of makes it fray even more. But in case you don't have pinking shears, we're going to cut them with regular scissors, which works just as well. Okay, so I have my bunny traced. I need my glasses on. How are you guys doing today? Happy Saturday. This is such a fun craft. And if you don't have blue and white ticking or the canvas, I mean, you can use whatever fabric you have on hand. It does not have to be this blue and cream ticking. I just, when I showed you guys the pictures that I posted from Pinterest, you guys went crazy, mostly for the blue and cream ticking. And so that's what we're doing. I wanted to do the one that you guys like the best. So I'm cutting both pieces of my bunny at the same time. And I'm cutting right on my marking of the bunny. Okay. If you really wanted to save time, you might be able to do 4 layers, but I think that would be kind of hard. So I think just doing one bunny at a time, front and back, so they're pretty similar in size and all that stuff, is the easiest way to do it. And your edges are going to get kind of frayed up. Let's pin this ear as you're going along anyway, so don't feel like you have to cut it perfect. Okay, I'm gonna have to come this other way. Okay, so when I posted all those bunny pictures from Pinterest, they were none of them mine. I had quite a few of you guys say that you really wanted to do crafts that, that celebrate the true meaning of Easter, and which is that Jesus rose and ascended to heaven. So I just want to assure you guys that we will be doing lots of that kind of stuff. And then mixed in, we're just doing some silly little stuffed bunnies. So don't think that I'm going to gloss over the important stuff. I'm not. I just want to sprinkle in a little of this and that so you guys don't get bored. And I completely agree 100% that bunnies are not what Easter is about, and they are not, you know, the most important thing, but they're fun. Okay, so here's our bunny. Now, oh, look at that. Wow, there's over 500 people watching. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't already liked and followed DIY Dreaming and set your notifications so that you get notified, like when I do Christ and Crafting on Sunday, you might want to take a second to do that. You can also do this or say something in the comments. That helps. Okay, so I'm unpinning my bunny. Put my pins away. All right, and like I said, this is the back. So we're gonna flip our bunny right-sided. And I'm just going to get my pieces sort of matched up. You know what, I'm gonna grab a piece of cardboard to glue on so that I don't destroy my brand new crafting desk in the first month that I have it. Okay, so this, in case you're wondering what this is, everything today is from Walmart, I guess. This is a Wilton's cake stand or something. I don't know what it's called. This is the really big one. It came from Walmart. You get 4 of them for about $5. And I just like to craft on them. And then when they're yucky, I'll flip it over and craft on the other side. And then when it's got glue all over it and it's really yucky, then I'll just put it in the recycle bin. So, okay, and you guys, I'm so upset. My favorite glue gun, my low temperature cool shot glue gun, has officially died. So I'm glad I didn't throw out this cruddy one from a million years ago. That's what we're using. It is low temperature, but I don't love it like I love my good one. So that's on my list for this week. Okay, we're gonna start at the very top of his ears. And I'm just putting a line of glue, not completely out to the edge, but pretty close. I'll show you. And I'm pressing it down one at a time. And if you are using a high temperature glue gun, do be careful doing this project. But you know, Dollar Tree has these little finger guards that you can use if you have a high temperature glue gun so that you don't, you know, burn your fingerprints off. So just wanted to mention that. Okay, so I did the very top part of this one ear. We're gonna come down, and then we're gonna do the other ear, and then we're gonna stuff that part because it's hard to get the stuffing in once the whole bunny is pretty much, except for the bottom, is glued together. So it's just easier if you do it as you're going along. Okay. All right, let's do this other ear. So about Walmart, my local Walmart supposedly was gonna not have a fabric department anymore. About the time that COVID came around, that's what they were saying. But now they're fully stocked again. So if you haven't looked at your local Walmart to see if they have fabrics on the bolt, you should check it out. Your Walmart might be like mine. It might be, you know, stocked wonderfully with super affordable, nice fabrics again. Okay. All right, so here is our bunny. And I can cut this glue that's kind of poking out from the ears off. Holy cow, there's 699 people on. Oh, 700. You guys, I'm so excited that you're joining me. I have so many amazing crafts coming up. And for tomorrow, Christ in Crafting, I have a really good craft and some really good encouraging verses to share. And so I hope you'll join me tomorrow too. Okay, so let's grab some of this fluff. I like this stuff so much better than what I was using before, which was more sheets of fiberfill. So this is just fiberfill in puffs. It came from Walmart. You can just pull it off like this. It was in the sewing department. It was not expensive. I mean, I got a huge thing of it. Okay, and I'm just gonna start poking this in here. We're gonna move along quickly because the fun part of this bunny is the decorating part. Okay, so I don't want you to think that we're gonna spend the whole day on this. Where are my sticks? All right, these are the sticks that we're gonna be using to stand our bunny up. You don't have to do that step if you don't want. You can just do these as bowl fillers, but on this one I just decided let's make them so that they stand up. I'm just trying to get this fluff to go into this ear. This, can you see why it's important to glue the ears and stuff them before you do the rest of the body? Oh my word. It would be hard to get the stuffing into the ears and on this one, I wasn't thinking about that at the time I made it. So that's why it's, you know, I hope it's helpful that I do these crafts in advance of showing them to you so that I can show you the good things and the things that I wish I had done different. And that's what I wish I had done different with this other bunny. I'm also going to tell you about how long these little dowels, is what they're called, are, because I tried a shorter size and it did not work so great. So if you don't have dowels but you want them to be on a stand, look in your kitchen and see if you have any of those wooden shish kebab spears, because those could work too. Okay, get in there. And the amount of stuffing that you put in your bunny, that's just personal preference. Do you like these really stuffed up fluffy, or do you like them kind of flatter? It's, I'm having a hard time getting this piece to go in. It's totally personal preference. Okay, so we have our bunny ears pretty stuffed. I think I'll add a little bit more up towards the part where the bunny ears join the head. I want them to stand up is what I want. Okay. Can you guys see okay? I forgot to tell you my normal thing, which is if these comments here are in your way, you can, did you know that you can swipe them out of your way? Depending on what kind of a device you're watching this on, you're either going to swipe them to the side or up or down. And of course, if you're watching this on replay, Facebook changes how things work all the time. So if you're watching this next year, it may be a completely different process. I'm not sure. Okay, here's our bunny. So let's do his head. And I'm going to tell you the tip about putting the stick in and this, you are going to get glue on your fingers for sure. So if you have a low temperature glue gun, that would really be the best thing to do this with. If you don't have a low temperature glue gun, you can get one at Walmart for just a couple of dollars. It doesn't even have to be that Cool Shot one that I love. It could be just whatever, but oops, I didn't glue the top of his head. But I think having a low temperature glue gun makes a big difference. Okay, so his head is glued. Now, what I learned with the first bunny that I made is I was trying to use one of these shorter dowels from Dollar Tree. And when I put it in the body and just did it part the way, the bunny was like not wanting to stand up. So this one is about 6 inches long. So what I realized is that you really need a 12-inch or 10-inch long dowel, and they can be however fat, because we're going to glue it all the way up to the top of this guy's head. Well, we're not gluing it there, but we're sticking it all the way in there. We're going to glue it down here at the bottom. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, and that's going to make our bunny stand up straight. Okay, now we just need to stuff the head around the pole, front and back, so you don't see the little pole in there. This is really not a complicated craft. I don't need to give you so many detailed instructions, but I want to, just in case you're a complete newbie at crafting, and you know, I don't want you to make all the same kind of mistakes that I made, if I can help you prevent that. Get in there. Okay, and what I want you to see is that I kind of wrapped this fluff and stuff all the way around the pole that's going up here, so you can't see it. And I want to straighten that because our bunny's leaning to the side. Okay, so let's glue the body and finish stuffing it, and then we'll move on to the fun part. The part I don't like about this project is the part of cutting out the pieces. That's the part I get impatient doing. Everything else to me is really fun. I'm going to leave the bottom of this bunny open. And that's where we're going to put the stuffing in. Okay, so that's the bottom of it. Here's what our bunny is looking like. Okay, and I might set it straight, yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna add a little glue under here just to keep my pole in place. All right, we need some more stuffing. I hope you guys aren't getting bored. I'm moving. So my bunnies are going to be pretty neutral. I'm going to make a set of 3, but you know what I'm thinking? I might make 2 bunnies and 1 big Easter egg. I think that would be cute. But I'll do that off camera because that's pretty basic, and I'll get pictures of it for you. And then we'll talk on another video about what to put these in, because there's tons of different options. Okay, here's our bunny. He's stuffed. Let's glue him together and move on. Sometimes you're going to get a little pucker like what I have right there. That's okay. All right, so here's our two bunnies. All right, you might notice that this one has polka dots on the canvas. I just did that in like 2 seconds flat with a stencil and some ink. So you can feel free to do that if you want, but you do not have to. You could do both sides in the blue ticking, or both sides in the cream canvas, or both sides with a design by stencils. It's totally up to you. Let's decorate this one. Okay, so the first thing I did was, do you remember when I found that little, at my local Goodwill on one of my Thursday thrifting and treasure hunting, I think it was the first one, I found a bunch of this pom-pom cording or whatever you call it. And it's cream, it's perfect. So I just cut it off of the little strings and I glued it on this side of the bunny because I'm gonna make this the front of him. So this is the back. So on this one, we'll do it now, what the heck, and we'll put it on this side so that we have bunnies that have, you know, different fronts. Okay, if you don't have pom-poms, you could, you could use some fabric and some of the stuffing to make a little tail. You could use some of that Dollar Tree tin that I love so much and cut out a circle. It's just completely optional what you do with that. So then the next thing is, how do you want to decorate them? And for mine that are going to be pretty neutral, I'll put some of this stuff over to the side. I decided to use some lace and some buttons on one of them. So this was some lace that I bought at an antique market a month ago or so. It's just vintage lace. It was not expensive. We'll use that on this bunny that's plainer. And I would put it all the way around his neck and then put a button off to the side, or her neck. So let's do that. See, what I'm doing is I'm just gonna glue it on right here. It looks like a Victorian collar on this little bunny. And I don't think you need to use a ton of glue for this because this lace isn't heavy. If you don't have this lace, you can see if your Walmart still carries this lace. If not, they have tons of different cream laces. At Walmart, at pretty much every fabric store has stuff like that. Or maybe you have some in your sewing bin, if you have that. Or maybe you have a piece of clothing that's getting ready to go to a thrift store to be donated that you could take some lace off of that. I'm all about repurposing. Whenever possible, use what you have. Okay, I'm gonna glue the bottom of this to the side of my bunny, and then I'm going to cut it off and move on. And we'll do the other bunny. So I don't personally think that your bunnies have to have exactly the same decorations on them, but if you're more of that type of personality that you like everything to be completely equal and matched, then go ahead and use the same trim or whatever for all of your bunnies. Okay. And these are just some vintage blue buttons that I have, that I was going to put one right here on the side where we glued it on. Can you guys see okay? I think so. I'm going to put a little dot right here. Okay, and I have glue strings everywhere. I'll obviously clean all that up. We're gonna have another, a part 2 of the bunnies where we talk about where to put them, what to do with this, assuming that you decide to put them on dowels, okay? So now let's decorate this one. This is this one. Looks like a Victorian lady with a blue button on her collar. She's got that little pom-pom. Okay, if you're just joining us, this blue and cream fabric came from Walmart in the fabric section, and this cream fabric came from Walmart in the fabric section, and the stuffing that I used came from Walmart also. So you can pretty much get all the supplies that you would need. For this one, I was thinking that we could either do, we have a lot of options. We could use some raffia, or we could use my favorite natural polished hemp from Walmart jewelry section that I use for everything, or we could do something different and use this clothesline rope. I think that's what we'll do. That is also from Walmart. Let me think. I'm going to cut out a piece, and then I'll show you what you do to get this awful stuff that's in the center of it out. I don't know how big I'm going to want this to be, so I might want to wrap it around a couple times. So I'm going to pull the inside out and kind of push this part down to pull that out, and then I will cut it off shorter and pull this back. Okay. I wish I still had the label on this. This clothesline rope is at Walmart. It's in the section with all the actual ropes and tools and stuff. It's not in the crafting department, just so you know. Okay, so what if we did this around his, oh, let's tie it. That would be cute. Got to get the spacing just right. And we'll put a button on that. That'll be cute. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking about doing. And tying a little knot, or gluing these two pieces together here. This is just twice around our bunny's neck. I think I'm just going to glue the two pieces together, but let me put some glue underneath this to hold it in place in just a few spots. This looks like this bunny's wearing a scarf, sort of. Okay, and then I think let's do a blue button, just the same as the other one. That kind of will tie it all together. You can find vintage buttons, sometimes at thrift stores, not very often. You can find them often at garage sales, but here's the thing. When you're there talking to the people, ask them, do they have any sewing items that they want to get rid of? And sometimes they'll say, you know what, I do actually. I have a whole bunch of buttons, and you can just say, well, bring out whatever you have and I'll look through it. And sometimes you'll find those awesome old wood thread spools. You'll find, you know, all kinds of thread and buttons and zippers and other embellishments that are fun. So what do you think? This is where I would stop, but y'all are free to keep going and keep adding different elements like raffia and twine and whatever else. You could make a big bow out of some of this fabric. I think these turned out pretty cute. I'm really excited about them. So, you know what? I haven't been on so long that it's terrible. Let's do an egg. What the heck? You think? Okay. Where are my pins? I'm putting the right sides together. Let's see. Okay, so this is the back. And let's just draw. Where is my pin? Oh, it's over here. If you're just hopping on, tell me if you like this idea. I think personally that this would be super fun to do with your kids or grandkids. And you don't have to use hot glue to decorate them. You could, you know, just use craft glue. And all you're gonna probably need to buy is the dowels. Unless you want to do this exact same idea. I bet you most of you, if you're crafty, you have stuff around your house. Okay, I'm not sure if this is going to be the right size or not, but let's use the pinking shears to cut it out. I might cut it a little bit bigger than what I have it right now. I do want this to be sort of an oval with a smaller top, so it's obvious that it is supposed to be an Easter egg. Okay, let's glue it together real quick. We'll stuff it, and then we'll look at decorating it real quick too. So I'm going to turn this right side out. And just start at the top. This is not going to be hard to stuff. Down a little bit further. And we'll stick a dowel in. Another long one? Yes, I do. Okay, this is so unlike me. I don't usually do crafts on the fly. I usually have everything sort of figured out in advance, what my plan is. But I think this is going to be cute, and it'll be cute with the set. And with this, this side, you could even do a stencil or something that says Happy Easter, or a decoration. And if you're doing this project in like a floral, or it would be cute in a flannel, a pastel flannel, whatever you're doing it out of, you could do the egg to coordinate with the bunnies. And when you're doing like a display or anything, I'm sure you've heard everyone says this, that it's gonna look better if you do it in odd numbers. So you want to have a grouping of 3, 5, 7, or 9. 9 is a lot. Stuff this on the other side. Okay, and as soon as I get off, I will read all your comments. I have been so focused on this bunny and this egg, and I'm kind of far away, that I haven't been able to... Okay, there's a troll on here, so you guys, I will block him as soon as I'm done. Dang it, that makes me so mad. I'm like, why do you want to mess around with this middle-aged lady and her crafting friends? But there is a troll on there. So if somebody's asking you to open something or become friends, they think you're cute or whatever, don't do it. And as soon as I hop off, that'll be the first thing I do. I'll get rid of them. What we really should do is pray for them, because they must be in some kind of terrible shape or have something terrible going on in their lives that they have to try to cheat and trick innocent crafters out of whatever they're trying to do. Just makes me mad. So here's our little egg. Let me just grab some of that lace that we were using before. Where is it? I think this is it. And we'll add a little bit on it. Is this the, yeah, this is the one. No, this is not the one. Hang on. Okay, where is that lace? In here? Yes. Okay, so we could just do, oh, this would be cute. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. But you do yours how you like it. That's the thing with the crafts that I do here at DIY Dreaming, is really, I just wanna give you the ideas and the inspiration, but then I want you to do the projects, if you want to do them, in your colors, in your style, to go in your decor, or if it's a gift, you know, for that person's style. So if you decide to do this, it does not have to be identical to what I've got going on here. If you want it to be identical though, just go to Walmart, because you can, and if your Walmart doesn't have the ticking fabric, maybe you can order it online. I'm sure other craft stores carry it. Okay, so here's the start of our little egg. That is pretty darn cute. Let's glue these edges down. I'll hold these three up in just a second. And I'm gonna dig in my stash of blue buttons, because I have another box, but I have multiple boxes of buttons. But we could put some blue buttons like right on here. This one will be in the center, and hopefully I'll be able to find something, another blue one. Okay, so here's our bunnies. What do you guys think? Okay, let me hold these together. Pretty cute, huh? If you like this project, will you tell me in the comments that you like it? And if you're going to do something similar, I would love to see your pictures over at Dreamy DIY, which is that group, that private Facebook group that's free that I set up for us to share our crafting ideas and pictures. Oh my gosh, these turned out cute. And I like the egg. My egg's a little odd shape in here at the top, but if I was doing it over, I could fix that. I think it just needs some of the fluff moved up there. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to share with you right now. If you want to make sure that you see Christ in Crafting tomorrow, and it's going to be a good one, check to see if you've liked and followed my page. Do a this or a this, like a this, in case you're wondering what is this, a heart, or a this. People have asked me, what are you doing? That's a thumb. Or say something here in the comments, ask me a question, just say hello. And look up above and make sure that you have liked and followed DIY Dreaming. And then Facebook, most likely, it's still a huge mystery to me, but most likely they'll serve you my upcoming videos, my Facebook Live tomorrow doing Christ and Crafting, which will come sometime most likely between 12 and 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Alrighty, these little bunnies and I say goodbye. Have a great rest of your day. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'll sit down now and read through everything. I hope you loved this idea. And if you have suggestions, this is one last thing, and then I really will be quiet. If you have suggestions for projects that you would like to see us do here at DIY Dreaming, because I want to keep the variety going, let me know. I would love to know what you would like to see. If I don't already know how to do whatever it is that you're asking about, I can figure it out. So, alrighty, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.